Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my daily Q&A video for today for The Walking Dead. In this one, we're going to go over first the Here's Negan Part 5, going to give my thoughts, and then we'll do some random Walking Dead questions. And I'll put the link in the description for you guys so you can check it out. The person who uploaded a video on it is Frontline, which is pretty cool, and you can actually see it in his video as he goes through, and he does kind of his review on it, but he shows it as he does it. And for me, because I don't always get a chance to go to the comic shop, you guys know how it is. Sometimes I have to look at it online, either in some kind of upload or something. So check it out. It's pretty damn cool. It's only a few pages anyway, and really I feel like Part 4 was kind of the big reveal for Here's Negan that we've had so far, where we find out, spoiler warning, that Lucille the Bad is named after Lucille, Negan's wife. So that one for me is the biggest takeaway we've had so far from Here's Negan, and that was really awesome. This one is kind of the continuation of that. So his wife dies and she goes full on zombie in this one. Negan gets freaked out, he's crying and everything, he's emotional and everything, of course, as he would be, because his wife is dying and coming back to life in zombie form. And so he pretty much leaves her after getting really upset and everything. Leaves her be. It almost parallels. It's kind of interesting because of course you had Rick, who was in the hospital at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse. Now you have Negan, and Negan's losing somebody, whereas in that case Rick was in a coma in that. But of course, when stuff like this is going down, most people are going to end up at the hospital one way or another, right? Just to be realistic with it. So we see that, and then Negan goes to leave, and pretty much all there is after that is he sees a kid, and he's being attacked by some walkers, and Negan is just shock-faced, doesn't know what to do. And that's pretty much it for the Here's Negan part 5. So it's still pretty cool, and it's still a nice continuation. And Kirkman did confirm that when it's all done, I saw in an interview at Comic-Con there, I don't think I mentioned yet in a video that they are going to release it as like a set, so you can buy the Here's Negan thing when it's fully finished and we get every part of it. They'll release it as an individual standalone, comic or something of the sort. Because each one is like 4 pages or so. So, over the year and that. Yeah, so it makes sense, and it should be pretty good, maybe one comic, or, I think they probably fit it into just one issue and kind of be a little bit, some issues of The Walking Dead are around that length anyway. So, yeah, so it should be good. So that's really all I got to say for Here's Negan Part 5. That's pretty much it. It's a cool, check it out from the Comic Frontline video. It's a cool issue, another cool one, or a few pages. I don't even want to call it an issue. But for me, the best one we've had so far was probably Part 4, and then I like the beginning as well of Here's Negan, where you see him swearing and stuff. We get to find out a little bit about his his career before the zombie apocalypse. So I think it's great, man, and I think really Kirkman should consider maybe doing, as you have The Walking Dead on AMC, you have Fear the Walking Dead, a companion series. I really think Kirkman should consider possibly adding on, getting another artist that can do Charlie Adler type artwork and have it look somewhat similar, and then do a totally another Walking Dead comic at the same time. I don't know if he can swing it because he's really busy and everything, but I personally would like to see the more Walking Dead comics we get, whether it be like a one-shot for Here's Negan or the one where we see Rick, is that spoilers for me to say? The Alien, I'll just say that. Just anything they can do like that extra, I love to see with the comics. So it's a lot of fun, and I've been really enjoying the Here's Negan, really cool, and excited to get the whole thing at the end when they release the entire story. So you guys can write your comments below on what you think about Here's Negan so far, if you've been enjoying it as much as the comic book series. I almost want to say, at least with the Lucille reveal, I think Part 4 was, every issue of The Walking Dead's amazing, and obviously you're getting a lot more content, but I feel like with the Here's Negan, it's such a special thing to see for fans of Negan that sometimes I almost feel like I enjoy it more than, I think when we get the full thing together, that will be a really important issue. That will be better than most issues of the Walking Dead comic, because Negan is our number one villain in the series now, even surpassing the Governor. So to get to see that is going to be great. So you guys can write your comments below on what you think of that, and whether or not you're going to buy the Here's Negan when it's fully done and fully all released in the parts and they release the standalone issue. Next one's from Rascal Ryan 521. He says, "Hey Trev, do you think it's safe to assume that the season 7 premiere will be called Something to Fear? And do you think it's going to be a 90-minute episode?" So I do think it's going to be a 90-minute episode. I hope it will be anyway, because of course last year we had 3, didn't we? We had 3 90-minute episodes, and to be honest, they probably could have turned No Way Out into a 90-minute episode as well, because it was packed, man, absolutely packed. But yeah, I hope the season 7 premiere is 90 minutes, and that each season maybe they can do at least 1 or 2 90-minute episodes. I think is great. The more we can get, the better. And I do think it will be called Something to Fear. We don't have the official titles yet. I'm excited to see them, but I think it makes a lot of sense if they call that episode Something to Fear, as it should be. Next one's from Justin Baker, and he says, this is for Fear the Walking Dead, so I'll just briefly go over this. "So do you think Daniel is 100% dead now? Also, I find it unrealistic if the whole group finds each other. I mean, come on, it's the apocalypse." So yeah, I won't get too into it because it's Fear, and people who like The Walking Dead, a lot of them don't like Fear. But it for Daniel, like when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's dead for sure. And then afterwards, people were telling me on Talking Dead, they said that no, he's actually alive. It's like whatever. I mean, I guess you can do it. You did it with Glenn, right, with the dumpster. So if you're going to do it with that, you can say anybody could survive. But I think if you're going to go the realistic way, yeah, he should be dead. And also, it's been a bit, and they're separated up. So I think we'll see him later on in the series again, probably. But realistically, it is unrealistic to think that he would survive that. He should be dead. Teddy Stanghellini says, "Trev, did you ever think there was going to be a Walking Dead show before it was announced and everything?" So when I was reading the Walking Dead comic book series before the TV series started, about like 7 years ago or so, I suppose. No, I didn't. And then when I heard about it online, I was like, oh damn, this could be cool. But I didn't think it was going to be any good. When the Walking Dead TV show was starting to be announced, I thought it was going to suck, because at that time I was used to shows where like you read the comics and they're so epic, and then you see a TV show based on it and it's just crap. I'm talking stuff like Smallville. What else is there? I mean, some of the newer stuff now, Arrow and Flash, is actually pretty damn good. It's a lot better than Smallville, I want to say. But some of the stuff if you look at the 2000s, like 2000 to 2010, a lot of the series around that time, for me, it's just a lot of it's so mundane. It's watchable, but it's not something you're really going to get into. So for me, when The Walking Dead was announced, I thought it was going to suck, and I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad it turned out to be amazing, and I'm glad I was terribly wrong, because it really did turn out to be that great. And did I think they were going to do it? No, also because it's not Marvel, it's not DC, it's Image. I didn't think that it was going to get a TV series run. No, I didn't, until I actually heard the news that it was. For me, it was just like, what, a zombie comic that's long running and everything, and that goes on for at least a while. At that time, it wasn't going on for that long, but even still, there's really nothing. I love zombie movies, so I was like, there's nothing like this ever done before. And I think that's where The Walking Dead success came from, is that Kirkman had a great idea to start with, and he went with it. Versus Invincible, which is now going to be canceled at the end of this year, or in about a year from now. I feel like with that, it didn't succeed as well as The Walking Dead, because stuff like it already exists. There's already Superman, there's Superboy, there's Spider-Man. So The Walking Dead is so unique. I feel like that's where it got its success from, is its uniqueness, and how there's nothing else really that similar to it. And the last one for this one, actually we'll do like 1 or 2 more. Kurt Jones says, Trev, here's the link to Scott Gimple's interview about the cliffhanger finale. Maybe you can go through it and do a video on it. And I want to respond to this one to Kurt and everybody else. I'm not going to be doing that. I don't really want to talk about the cliffhanger anymore. This is one where Gimple goes into detail about the cliffhanger. I don't care at this point. I don't care. I mean, it's the same thing in the mid-season finale. People are pissed that The Walking Dead ends. I think it's because it's so good that we get upset that we have to wait until we see the next part. But they do a great job with it. They brought Negan in probably sooner than he needed to be. I didn't even think, I did a video a year ago, I did not think we were going to see Negan in Season 6. I was like, no, it'll get pushed into Season 7 for sure. I did not think they were going to bring him in that early. So they brought him in that early. The death gets pushed into the next season. It was a 90-minute episode anyway. Oh well, it would have been way cooler to see the death, but whatever. They did that. It's fine. Whatever, when it's all released, it doesn't matter anyway, because, when you get the Blu-rays, when you get the DVDs, it doesn't matter. You watch the next part if you want to see the next part. It really doesn't matter. So I'm done with talking about cliffhanger. Whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, everybody was pissed, but whatever, guys. I mean, at this point, it's like we beat it to death all summer, I think. I'm not really interested in talking about it anymore or giving my thoughts on Gimple talking about it. Who cares at this point, really? And last one would be from Lewis R. He says, "Hey Trev, my fellow Canuck, if the shit hit the fan exactly like The Walking Dead, what would you do? What role would you have in your group or community? What strategies would you employ to survive?" So I thought about this one long and hard, and it's changed over the last 5 years. Nowadays with the channel, if a zombie apocalypse breaks out, you guys are all welcome to come and live with me. And what we'll do is we'll take over the city that we live in, and we'll take over everything. You guys will be the first to know about it. If a zombie apocalypse breaks out, I'll let you know through the channel. You guys can head on up to Canada, and I'll let you know exactly where, and we'll have it all strategized and all planned out. You can bring, I'll bring the hockey sticks. You guys can bring whatever you want, whatever you can get across the border. And we'll take over nobody will mess with us. We'll take over the whole damn place. It'll be awesome. So that's what it is. Yeah, 200,000 of us. Yeah. The cops won't stand a chance. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please thumb it up below. You can also share. If you've got a Facebook, you want to share through to Facebook. And, of course, if you're new and you want to subscribe, you want to join the team, and if the zombie apocalypse happens, you want to be invited, then you got to be subscribed. Bottom left to subscribe. That's it for this video, guys. We'll see you again soon. As always, it's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.